What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Jet Up Podcast, part of the Roster Up Media Podcast Network. My name is James. I am your host for the Jet Up Podcast, and we did not have an episode last week because it was our bye week, but we are back. We are back into prepping for the Patriots, but coming off one of the best games in I don't know how many years for the New York Jets, at least a decade, where we upset the Super Bowl favorite Buffalo Bills. We have not talked about it on the show yet, but man, this was the defining win for this New York Jets season. Myself included, and many others did not pick the Jets to win this game, and I'm pretty optimistic. I've had the Jets. I've been right about most of this year as the year has gone on. I predicted wins throughout that have come to pass. The Bills game was not one where I predicted the Jets to win this game. And I even had a friend, he was on the podcast recently, who went to this game and said, you know what, I hope it's a competitive game, but not expecting a W here. Some of Jets Twitter, optimistic as they are, did project a win here, and kudos to you guys. You're right. The Jets pulled this one out, shocking pretty much everybody. This was not a game that people thought the Jets really had a chance to win, despite having a solid season to date and going past most people's expectations. The Jets have officially beat their preseason win total projection of 5.5 wins. They sit at 6-3. And they're heading into Foxborough this week against the Patriots. The AFC East, we're going to talk about it. It is the toughest division right now in the NFL. But anyway, the Jets shocked the league. It felt so good, man. Watching those highlights again and again, you're just like, this is a real contender. This is not just a team that got lucky and the Bills had a bad game. The Jets did what they had to do. The scheme of the defense was excellent. It was really just shocking to watch, to be honest with you. Not something we've seen from this franchise in a long, long time. It feels like we have officially turned the corner, and it's time the league starts to respect that we start to understand we can win every game any Sunday. We're here. So obviously we're going to talk a little bit about the game and then get ahead to this week. Nice that we have a game this week. The bye week is never my favorite because you're just sitting there on Sunday going, do I watch other teams play football? I turned the Giants on for like 10 minutes. Wasn't really getting me going, so I turned Red Zone on. It's not the same, man. Need Jets football on. So excited that it's back this week. Last episode was right before the Bills game. And we asked if Zach was holding a good team back based on his game against the Patriots, where the Jets looked really good in a lot of phases of the game, and Zach Wilson seemed to be the reason they couldn't get that W. And we were pretty critical of Zach, and we were saying he's got to mature. He's got to get to the point where he reads defenses correctly. They're not really scheming up very difficult reads for him. It's something that we criticized him on, is just not really reading the play. But you know what? Zach heard the criticism. He showed up against the Bills, and he did what he had to do. Nothing flashy, but he protected the football, managed the game, and made the throws when he had to. And some of those throws were really tough throws, and he made some really good throws in this game. And I am not sitting here going, I'm going to always bash Zach. When he plays good, I am going to hype him up, and he played good. He didn't do anything that made me think, the question's completely answered at quarterback. But he did enough for me to say they can win this season if he does what he needs to do, which is not a ton. Just has to manage the game well and play some mistake-free or low-mistake football and just get the ball in the hands of your playmakers, which he did against the Bills. It shows maturity that he went from his worst game of the year, not statistically, but just from the eye test, made lots of mistakes, and there were even mistakes he made that people didn't notice during the game, but when people were reviewing the film afterwards, it was clear that he had made even more mistakes by not seeing open guys, and the Jets had a lot of opportunities to make big plays in that game against the Patriots and did not. but he showed against the Bills maturity as he went out there and made the plays when he had to, got the ball to his playmakers, guys like Garrett Wilson, guys like James Robinson, Michael Carter, just made the plays he had to. So I think that was encouraging for me. Tyler Conklin continues to play well. So our tight end game, CJ Uzoma had a nice catch. It was, that part of our game is there, and Zach is starting to make sure that he gets the ball to those guys. So really happy to see him make improvement from the Patriots game to the Bills game. And we'll talk about what he has to do against the Patriots this coming week when we get to our preview in our next segment. But let's first talk about this Bills game MVPs. Every week it's these guys, the defense, man. The Jets, in my opinion, are the number one defense in the NFL right now. Changing my mind. Even PFF has them number one. So that tells you that they're just getting respect across different areas that are analyzing defenses, analyzing these teams, and these groups that we normally don't agree with are starting to agree that the Jets are turning a corner. So this defense is it's to be reckoned with. They went from the worst defense in football last year to, in my opinion, the best defense in football, or at least a top 3 defense this year. In every category, the addition of the secondary pieces, Sauce and DJ Reed, plus just a couple more guys who were good on the edge, took a team from 32 to 1. I mean, just a few players can change the entire identity of your team, and that's what we're seeing. So the Jets had 5 sacks in this game. They were getting after Josh Allen. CJ Mosley sack, Sherwood and Kwan combined for a sack. Quinnen Williams had his 7th sack of the season, tying his career high, and we're basically just halfway through the year. So that was awesome to see him do that. He's just playing on another level, another planet. Like he's phenomenal this season. So Quinnen Williams right now, probably the season MVP. And then Bryce Huff had a forced fumble at a critical moment in the game, knocking it out of Josh Allen's hand and causing a major deflation of their momentum on that last drive. And Jermaine Johnson with an incredible hustle play, chasing Josh Allen down. We have not had guys like that before in a long, long time. I can't remember the last time, even when they were playing good football years, 2009 and 10, a speed guy like that who can chase a guy like Josh Allen is one of the best running quarterbacks when he's out of the pocket all the way to the sideline and get the shoestring tackle for the sack. That play was phenomenal. Jermaine is immediately just making plays as a rookie. Going to just keep getting better. This is going to be a group that is just going to be good for years. So get excited for a great defense for at least the next 5+ years. They had 2 picks on defense as well. It's just, Sauce had one. It was just an incredible effort by these guys. Michael Carter had another, I'm looking at the wrong game here. Not Michael Carter. But Sauce had the one, and then let's see who had the other one. Jordan Whitehead. So he's had a couple this year too. So, these guys are really coming together. It's been really phenomenal to see how the secondary is allowing the edge and the rushers to get to the quarterback by not allowing it to be easy for the quarterback to find his guys. This is what we've been missing. We've been saying for years, if Quinnen Williams just had a little more time, or he had an edge rusher to help him. He does now, and you're seeing what he can do. He has cornerbacks that can cover. He has other guys on that D line that can put pressure. So you're seeing his ceiling just go through the roof. He's creating a new ceiling for himself. So it's really exciting. And Sauce just continues to play elite football at the cornerback position as a rookie. He's definitely going to win AFC Defensive Player of the Year. Maybe just defensive rookie of the year, not player of the year. But he's going to probably win defensive rookie of the year. I think Breece Hall probably would have won offensive if he hadn't gotten hurt. So just to show you how good these young guys are already, really exciting. Garrett Wilson had a great game too, 92 yards receiving, some phenomenal yards after the catch, just making guys miss. Like you see in these videos online where you're like, that wouldn't happen in a real game. That's what happens with Garrett Wilson. He makes these guys miss that are, they look silly after he catches the ball. So that's been exciting. He just continues his tear, and a great rookie season for him. And then the run game. Michael Carter had 6.3 yards per carry in this game. Phenomenal. Really continues to show that he is capable. I think people thought when Breece Hall went down, the run game was just going to fall apart, but they had 174 yards rushing in this game. Michael Carter playing great football, had a touchdown as well on the ground. And then James Robinson, the addition, finally started getting him going, had a receiving touchdown in a critical moment. I'm really excited for these guys. It shows that even with this shuffling O-line, we can still get a good run game going. And that'll be key, I think, going into this week against the Patriots. So ultimately, huge win for the Jets, totally establishing themselves now. And this thing's wide open now. The Jets have like a 72% chance now to make the playoffs. That's, no one thought they were making the playoffs this year. I thought they could win 7 or 8 games at best. Maybe in a weird scenario compete for a wild card, but probably not. And yet they're looking like they're at least going to get the wild card. And who knows? This division is crazy right now. We're going to talk about that in our next segment. But enjoy this win. The Bills lost again yesterday as I'm recording this to the Vikings. So helping our cause in the AFC East. But of course, this year, not the year where there's just one contender in the AFC East. So we'll have to keep winning if we want to have a real shot. So we'll talk about that in a second. But this is exciting. It's exciting to beat a great team. There's a lot of doubters out there who were saying the Jets were only beating backup quarterbacks, and it's not. This is the game where you go, that's not true. The Jets are a good football team. They beat Josh Allen, and Stephon Diggs was out there, and Gabe Davis was out there, and this is a good Bills. This is possibly the best team in the NFL, and the Jets went out there and won a tough game. Just phenomenal. So really excited about this one, but we have to move on. The Jets said they were not surprised by this win. I would probably argue that they were not saying it, but they probably were a little surprised they won this one. But the mentality has obviously changed with Robert Saleh, that we should be competing. We should be winning these games, or at least have a shot to win every single one of them. So love that from him. It's clear he has changed this locker room. Now let's move on to segment 2. So segment 2, we're talking about the Pats game coming up. This is the revenge game. So the Jets play the Pats just 2 games after, one game really, after playing them just a few weeks ago. So when they played them last, we went into that game and I said, on paper, the Jets are the better team. They're proving to be the better team. They should win this game, and they went out and struggled and had a rough one. And to be honest with you, that was the game where we really critiqued Zach. So to see him play well against the Bills, it gives us hope as we go into this game. But Bill Belichick's a different animal sometimes. He knows how to face these young quarterbacks, but I still think this is the Jets' game to lose. And like I said earlier, the AFC East is wide open right now. So looking at it, you have the Miami Dolphins are actually now first in the AFC East at 7-3. The Jets are second at 6-3, and then they have that win over the Bills, which gives them, the ability to be ahead of the Bills there. The Bills are third, and the Patriots are fourth. All have winning records. Patriots are 5-4. Bills are 6-3. So this division is easily the toughest right now in the NFL. At this point in time, any of these teams can win it. I truly think at this point it's between the Dolphins, Jets, and Bills. I don't think the Patriots are that great of a team, even though they're out of the other teams we've played in our division. The Patriots are our only loss this year. But I think that the Bills and the Dolphins are better teams than the Patriots. And for us, it's continuing this momentum. So the Jets are 6-3. We face the 5-4 Patriots. This division is wide open. Any week, this could shift completely around. The Jets could be in first. The Jets could be in fourth, just by winning or losing one game. So we got to keep winning. Got to keep stacking them up. The Patriots are on the schedule. The Bears are on the schedule. The Lions, the Jags. These are all winnable games. They're all winnable games, apparently, because we beat the Bills. But these specifically are games we should absolutely win. So if we were to win all those games, that's 10 wins. That's 10 wins, and likely at least the wild card. So maybe the division. Who knows? But anyway, really, this is a big game for Zach. For me, this is the game that's going to matter. I said it on our podcast last time. This is, for me, what's going to show his growth. He played the Patriots less than a month ago. He's going to go into this game fresh off the bye after beating the Bills. He needs to show maturity after he had the worst game of his season against the Patriots to a good game against the Bills, back against the Patriots. He's going to be facing the same defense. It should be fresh in his mind what Bill Belichick's going to try to do. Not that he won't change it up, of course, but I think there's nothing elite about the Patriots defense this year. The Jets, I think, have the advantage on the outside at wide receiver, have the advantage at running back, and it's up to Zach Wilson to get the ball to those guys and play some clean football. So that, to me, is the biggest thing we're going to have to see this game. Zach will show a lot in this game, whether he can continue to lift this team when they need him to. They need to win this game. This is a season now where it's not about future. Jets have 6 wins through 9 games. They're a good football team. Every game matters now. This is not about moral victories. This is about winning football games and making the playoffs. We'll see what we do from there. You never know. You've seen the Giants in the past make the playoffs and beat better teams than them and win Super Bowls. Not saying it's going to happen, but it's in the back of my mind, that's for sure. You just never know. So you got to win these ones. So the Jets, though, are going into this game as 4.5-point underdogs against the Patriots, which I'm not so sure why that's the case. The Jets are 4-0 on the road this year. Been excellent on the road. Foxborough, I get it. It's tough to play there. It's a different animal. We're a big rivalry game. We lost to the Patriots last time. But I don't see this as a Jets game where we're the underdog. I look at us as the aggressor in this game. We have to go out there. We have to start strong, play hard early, get a lead, and just continue to build on it. Put your foot on their neck and win this football game, and do not allow it to be close. They absolutely should win this game. For me, the keys to success. Last time we played the Pats, we struggled on the ground. This is, I think, to me, we had 51 rushing yards last time we played the Patriots, which is just totally unacceptable. James Robinson, we really didn't get him going. Michael Carter was okay, wasn't great. But to me, this is what we have to win. We have to get the run game going, find ways to make it work. Don't abandon it early. Otherwise, your game plan just starts to get really thrown off. And you start to say, Zach, throw the ball 45 times. I don't like that. That's what happened last time. He threw the ball 41 times. So his stats are inflated, 355 yards, 2 touchdowns. But he had 3 ugly picks. He had a lot of plays that he just left on the field, did not make because he didn't see things. And so I don't want to put the pressure on Zach. He still obviously is going to have some pressure because he needs to prove himself. But, again, continue to show him how easy some of these reads are. There were a lot of plays last time against the Pats where Garrett Wilson was just totally wide open. Zach didn't see him. He wasn't reading the play correctly. So this is, to me, get the run game going so Zach doesn't feel this pressure to make great plays all the time. Show him those easy reads. Allow him to make those plays with Garrett Wilson over the middle. Elijah Moore is going to catch a ball at some point this season. And to me, I said on Twitter, the Elijah Moore situation is it's not just about let's make Elijah happy. It's that Elijah Moore is a good football player. He makes a lot of plays after the catch. He's very shifty. So to me, to not have him catching balls or not targeting him is just going to hurt the Jets offense, regardless of how you feel about him right now. I think it's just easy to go, well, I don't want to make him happy because he was a me first guy. Well, think about the team then. He makes the team better when he catches the ball. So we got to find ways to get him the ball. I've been saying it a lot. Keep using the running backs in the passing game. I think James Robinson, Michael Carter, they both have the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. This will be another key to the game. If the run game is struggling, set up some running back screens, get them the ball in space, and allow them to make plays with their legs. They're good. They're both very good running backs. So, find ways to get them involved more. Don't put it all on throwing down the field. I don't think these 20-plus yard throws are, they're going to happen, but they shouldn't be our game plan. And against the Bills, we did a good job there. So I'm confident we're going to come in with a good game plan. They always say it's hard to beat a team twice. So That's on the Patriots. They got to beat us twice. Don't let them do it. And I think the defense just keep showing up. Keep showing up. The pressure's there. Keep putting the pressure on. I'm not at all afraid of these wide receivers against our guys. Sauce and Reed and Michael Carter II are locking up. So I don't see the issue being there. I see the pressure coming from these guys on the line. Just keep it up. Defense, just keep it up. So I think if Zach just manages this game, this is a W. That's what I think. So Jets, I'm predicting a win in this one. I do not think we will lose this game. My score prediction for this is 31-17 Jets. I think we're going to get out to a lead early. We're going to build off our momentum from last time against the Bills. And we're going to get ahead and just continue to run away with this one. So I think just play a clean game. You know, don't have to be heroes. But to me, that we're the better team going into this. So I see no reason why the New York Jets should not be 7-3 going into the next game against the Bills. Against the Bears a couple weeks from now. So to me, this is the game we got to win. Zach's going to prove a lot this week, or not prove a lot. I think he can do it. You know, just beat the Bills, man. So this is going to be a shorter episode, but appreciate you guys listening in. Let's go get this W. Remember to subscribe, share. If you guys are listening to this and you've enjoyed this show or any of our previous shows, just go ahead and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and Google Podcasts. If you're watching it, this is on YouTube as well now. So go to the Roster Up Media YouTube channel, and you can watch this episode there as well and subscribe. We appreciate you guys listening. The Jets are the real deal, guys. Let's do this. Let's go win this game. Let's keep rolling, and let's go make the playoffs. Beat the Pats. All gas, no break. Jet up. We'll see you next time.